Hey everyone, welcome back to the Admiral Seabass War Room in the great state of Indiana. This is China Turn 4 in Operation Variation. Okay, so first of all, China will get its +2 and then it'll go to DEFCON 3. So we will note here DEFCON 3. Okay, tech. China would find PGMs really useful because then its early gen fighters could attack ships. So it's going to start working on PGMs, which is Tech 1. It's going to try to advance AMD, which is Tech 2. And then it's going to try to advance Chem, which is Tech 10. All need an 8 or higher. Okay, so they did get PGMs, but they missed the other two, which is kind of becoming a theme. So Chem will go to stage 2. And that means they can now conduct 2 chemical attacks in attack or defense. Okay, so let's show you purchase. Slide this over here. China had 8 IPP. I put these people's war markers here to remind me to complete them or to place them at the end. But China is going to buy a nuclear attack sub for 4 and a medium bomber for 4. Okay, combat. China is going to do a naval strike against Taiwan again. And I've got a card here to show you what's coming in for China. There we go. A little bit of a glare there. Yeah. Okay. That's pretty good. Okay, so for China, we're going to have 2 destroyers, 2 diesel electric subs, 1 nuclear attack sub, 4 frigates, and 4 missile patrol boats. And that's not all. Let me check and see if you can see. Yeah, you can mostly see that. From the major shipyard in Zhejiang, China will shoot 1 of its anti-ship missiles. 1, 2. And the medium bomber in Beijing will go 1, 2. They can hit ships, as you've seen up north. And then, just in case Taiwan wants to scramble anything, we'll bring those EGFs in. And Taiwan will not scramble. So those EGFs will have to retire because they don't have PGMs, so they can't shoot. So they'll be going against the entire combined Taiwan and Pacific Fleet Navy. Let me move that to the battle board. And I will be back and we'll roll the dice. Okay, I went wide here so you can see everything. Okay, so in terms of first strike, there are 3 defending destroyers, so all 3 Chinese subs will have to come over here out of first strike. And likewise, there are 2 attacking destroyers, so the 2 Taiwan subs will come over. So the only thing first strike is going to be the Chinese anti-ship missile. And unfortunately, there's no cruiser for Taiwan, so it'll get first strike and not face any AMD. That's an 8, so it misses. All right. Not a great start for the Chinese. All right, let's start at the top. Let's do the medium bomber at 5. That's a miss. 2 destroyers and a nuke sub at 4. There's 1 general hit. All right, 4 frigates at 2. 1 more general hit. And then 4 missile patrol boats at a 1. They all miss. All right, so that's 2 general hits. See what Taiwan can do in return. So 3, I will roll the SSKs and the destroyers all at once. So here we go. Okay, so the SSKs missed and the destroyer got a general hit. Should have taken casualties first, by the way, but actually, Taiwan will take the missile boats as the casualties. So those debts are paid. All right, now the missile boats will be in pink and the destroyers will be in black. All right. Missile boats are in pink. Sorry, these were frigates. They all missed. All right, so only 1 hit. China will lose 1 missile boat, and that was a pretty good exchange for China. All right, let me show you it back on the board. Okay, so the Chinese, minus their missile patrol boat that they lost, have gone back in port here. And the remaining Taiwan Navy is 2 SSKs and 1 frigate and 2 destroyers. Joining them are a Pacific Command destroyer and a frigate. Okay, so now we're into non-combat. The medium bomber will fly back to Guangxi along with the 4 early gen fighters. Okay. Okay, and then up here, we're going to have a few non-combat moves. Everything in Western Xinjiang is coming back to Eastern Xinjiang. That's 3 paramilitary, a SPAG, and a field artillery. The SAM from Ganshu is going to go 1-2 into Zhejiang. And actually, the Marines will go up to Zhejiang as well. And then, all right, so that's that. The SPAG from Eastern Tibet will go 1-2 into Inner Mongolia. The SPAG from Western Tibet will go 1-2 into Gansu. And that should do it. So let's place units. People's War Markers will go in Southern Manchuria and into Inner Mongolia. The SSN Nuclear Attack Sub will be placed here in P16. The medium bomber will be placed here in Beijing. All right, so no battle stars. So they're at 9 IPP, and they'll have 9 IPP to spend next turn. Assume Soviets will go to war with them next turn, because if they don't, China will be at wartime income next turn. So with that, we will advance the turn marker to turn 5, and we will see you on Soviet turn 5. Take care.